Right, so the next, we're going to now move to question 6 and question 10 of the mixed test 11 plus or year 7 entrance exam. I would like you to pause the video and try question 6, 7, and 8 quickly. All right, so hope you tried question 6, 7, and 8. Now let's go over them quickly. A bag of fruit costs 99p. How much will 9 bags of fruit cost? Now, if one of them is 99p, obviously to find how much 9 of them are, we're going to need to times by 9. So I've got 99 and I'm timesing by 9. Okay, 9 times 9 is 81, so write 1 carry 8. And then 9 times 9 is 81, plus 8 becomes 89, right? So this is 89 pence, which if you change to pounds, you divide by 100, so that becomes 8.91, which is £8.91. So in terms of pence, it's 8.91. You normally put the decimal point there, or you divide by 100, because 1 pound is equal to 100 pence. So this is going to be £8.91. The next one, what is this? Rounded to the nearest tenth. Now, when you round to the nearest tenth, remember tens are the numbers behind the decimal point, immediately behind the decimal point. Okay, so here, the tenth here is basically 9. So that's the tenth. This was hundredths, and this one's for thousands. So you got 9 tenths there, which is the same as 0.9. This 5 is basically 5 hundredths, which is the same as 0.05. And the 2 at the end is basically 2 thousandths. So it's going to be 0.002. Okay, so that's that. Now what we want to do now, we want to round this number to just the nearest tenth. In other words, we want to cut this number off, so then the number only has a tenth in it as the lowest number. So you're going to need to put the boundary after the tenth, the 9. Okay, so I've got 45.952. Yeah, I want to keep the 10, so I put the boundary here because I want to keep the tenth. So that means that these hundreds here and the thousands need to be deleted off. Now, before you delete them, you need to look at this number that's just behind it immediately. So this 5, if it's 5 or bigger, you add 1 to that. You round it up. So that becomes a 10 basically, right? Don't write a 10. Put 0 there and carry 1 forward. So like if now you want to write a 10, so that's 0 and carry 1 forward. Copy the decimal point back. 1 plus 5 is 6 and 4 is basically 4. Now, if you want, usually we put zeros at the back here, but when you have a decimal point, you don't put them. So where 5 and 2 are, I would have put zeros here. But I don't need to do that because it's a decimal point. It's no need having them there. So the answer is 46.0. Okay, so that's the correct answer. This is rounded to 100. This is 100 to 100 because there are 2 decimal places. This one again to 2 decimal places. That's not correct because it's been rounded to 100. So it's got 2 decimal places. So tenth means you should only have 1 decimal place. In other words, only 1 number after the decimal place. Right? So that's the correct answer. Okay. Now question 8 says, Chris has a dentist appointment at 10 to 5 in the afternoon. So it's 10 to 5, which means it's not 5 o'clock then because it's 10 minutes to 5. So if it's 10 minutes to 5, then it is still 4 o'clock. Now, 10 minutes before 5 o'clock means it is 4:50, right? Because if I add 10 to this 50, it takes me to 5 o'clock on the dot, okay? So if this is 5 o'clock, now 10 minutes before 5 is 4:50 p.m. But you see this one is 24 hour, is 12 hour. When you want to change 12 hour, the PM, to 24 hour, you need to add 12 to the number in front. You need to add 12 to the number in front, and that becomes 16. Okay, so 16 o'clock is always 4 o'clock in the evening. So the answer is 16:50, which is going to be here. So 16:50 is 4:50 in the evening. Okay, right, so that's that. So if you want to mark your answer quickly, so question 6 is 8.91, £8.91p. Question 7 is B, and question 8 is 1650. Okay. Moving on to the next part. Pause the video, try question 9 and 10 quickly. Pause the video, try question 9 and 10. Okay, hope you try that. Now, Bethany cuts her birthday cake into 20 equal slices. So altogether, I've got 20 slices. She gives out 16 slices to her friend. So 16 are gone, which means that whatever I've got left is going to be for them because you do 20 take away 16, I've got 4 left. Okay, so 16 have been given out, so I've only got 4 left. Now, what fraction of the cake does Bethany have left? I'm interested in the leftover. The leftovers are 4. So you're going to need to write 4 out of everything. Everything was 20 to start with. Okay? So 4 out of 20 is what is left. It means that 16 out of 20 is what has been taken away. Now, you then need to simplify this. Look for the number that goes into 4 and goes into 20. Now, these are even numbers, which means that 2 goes into them. So 2 goes into 4 twice, and 2 goes into 20 10 times. Now, 2 and 10, still 2 can go into both of them. 2 goes into 2 once, and 2 goes into 10 5 times. So the answer is going to be 1/5. Okay? Now, as for the fraction that is taken away, I can simplify this. If what is left is 1/5, what has been taken should be 4/5 to make 5/5. Yeah, so 1 plus 4 should be 5. Okay, but let's simplify that. So I've got 16 over 20. Now, 2 goes into 16 and 2 goes into 20. 2 goes 16, 8. 2 goes into 20, 10. Again, 2 can go here. 2 goes into 8, 4. And 2 goes into 10, 5. Like I said, that's going to be 4/5. Okay? And there's nothing else that can go into 4 and 5. So you just leave it like that. Okay, question 10. Anna has a book with 1897 pages. Round the number of pages, there is 10. Again, they're saying round to the nearest 10. You go here and you check which is the 10 here. This is the unit. Yeah. This is the 10. So the focus is the 9. Okay. So you copy your number 897, and all you need to do is like you want to keep this 10 here. So that's the lowest number you want to keep. So what you need to do, put the boundary behind it. So just put the boundary like that behind it. Okay. Now once you put the boundary behind it, look for the number behind it immediately. If it's 5 or bigger, you round this one up. So that becomes a 10. So that is 0, you carry 1. Okay, 1 plus 8 is 9. And then this one is still there. So the answer is 190. However, because you had a 7 here and there's no decimal, where the 7 is, you must put 0 there. Otherwise, the answer will look like 190, which is not correct because these are thousands. So 1,897 cannot come down to 190, but it can come down to 1,000. It can go up to 1,900. So the answer is 1,900. So that's how to do the rounding. Okay. So if you just want to pause the video and take your work. Pause the video and take your work. Okay. Hope you've done well on that. So that's going to be the end of our second session on mixed test questions.